Hello everyone, I'm gonna do a how to survive day 1 on the forest. My version is on the PS4, so but I think this can apply to PC or whatever other console this game is available on. So we are gonna do a new game. I guess for the purposes of this video I would just do normal mode, although I usually play on hard survival. So let's enter. Okay, so, I guess we would just, yeah, we'll play the intro, so let's go ahead and select that. Okay, I'm just gonna look at the book. This is his son. It's a survival book.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now crossing a zone of turbulence. Please return to your seats and keep your seatbelts fastened.
He's about to get himself crashed.
Flight attendants and cabin crew, please.
Okay, now we'll move on to the next scene, which is just before when we can start playing as our character, which is the father of the son. This is the creepy looking red man who kidnaps your son. Okay, so this is now the point where we can start to actually play as the main player. So first thing you want to do is grab this axe. For me, I just press X on my controller, pick up that medicine. That will help you. You can see the red bulk slowly healing up. Let's eat some food. Yeah, you only need to eat. Here's the other one. Okay, yeah, you only need 3 of them. Here's some soda cans. That's good for drinking. Here's some medicine for later. That's booze, which you can use to make a Molotov cocktails. And there's the passenger list for when you find passengers, it'll check them off on that. Okay, so that's basically everything from the plane. So now we're gonna go down, and we will start to hit these cases with the axe. And just hit as many of them as you can to collect. They each have like cloth and then like one other item. Like snacks, medicine, tape, watches. So yeah, we're just gonna keep collecting about everything we can here. You do have a little bit of time before the natives of this peninsula come over to check out what's going on here, because obviously it's a big scene when a plane crashes. So also collecting plants, rocks, and sticks are a really good idea too, because we'll need that to build the first shelter. So rocks. These are edible, so you can eat those without taking damage. These mushrooms, yeah, you wanna collect more rocks. Here's some suitcases. And there's the electrical tape I was talking about earlier. Cloth is one of the most important things in this game. You can loot. So always, whenever you see cloth, pick it up, because there's like, there is a lot of it, like at the cannibal camps and stuff like that. Oh look, here we go. This is one of the effigies. So I'm gonna just pick up. So let's knock that down. And see, it gives you sticks, rocks, and even a skull, which you can use as like a lamp, a weapon, and various other things you can craft using that. So let's see. Just yeah, pick up those. So yeah, just basically go around the plain area where it crashed and just, you know, start picking things up. These computers, you can smash them for the circuit board. And just, yeah, pick up that. Okay, and then if you're a new player, I recommend not building your first base by the plane because it will get a lot of attention. I mean, unless you do want to engage the cannibals, but the more you engage them, the faster the aggression level against you goes up. So, and you'll be getting the bigger mutants coming towards you, which are harder to deal with if you don't have good weapons or explosives. Okay, so let me just knock this down. So you want to just collect as much as you can. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is I am going to, yeah, I'm gonna combine 2 sticks, and that makes a spear. And then remove that, and I'm gonna assign it. Pressing the left arrow thing key on your controller will assign that. So I assign that to left, and then I'm gonna assign this one to the down one. And then let's see. So here we go. We got the spear. There was, oh, there it is. So you just aim with the L2, and then with R2 you can. Ow, jeez, that. Okay. Okay, that was funny. Thought that would. Yeah, let me retry this. There we go. That's how you do it. And then you could skin it, and you're gonna get meat, a head, and the skin. Well, and then yeah, the head you can use that as like a trophy, to decorate and stuff like that. So we got that. Now don't keep this meat in here for too long. You want to get this on a drying rack. After you have a drying rack, then it lasts basically forever. Well, I don't know. I've never really had it go rotten on me. But if you leave the fresh meat in your backpack, it will rot if you leave it in there for too long. So just be sure not to do that. Okay, so moving on. I am gonna head up in that direction because there's a good spot I like to set up base in over there. So let's go head over there. Oh, my character is still bloody. Although I've never had him get an infection. You can get an infection if you get blood on yourself and you don't wash it off. So just keep that in mind, that if you notice blood on your character like this, you need to wash him off through water. So I am just headed towards the area. So it's just over here. Oh, we already have our first cannibal. What do you know? So what I suggest is, okay, these are the skinny guys, and they actually will, like, they're more likely to attack you because they basically look like they're starving. So I would suggest avoiding them, because if you attack them, then the aggression level goes up against you, and we're only on day 1. So, and I usually try to avoid confrontations with them on day 1. Day 1, you just want to get your shelter built. You want food and like a turtle shell, or just a way of getting some fresh water for your character. Because I mean, we do have the soda cans, but really you want to avoid using that. And, like, I use those when I'm in the cave or stuff like that, or if I really need to, but really we should be getting our own way of collecting water that is fresh. So that's my suggestion. Okay, let's see. Switching back to the axe. Okay, there are rabbits here, but I will wait to hunt them till I have a, till I have the bow and arrow, which is my favorite weapon in this game. I don't know, I just think it's overpowered. Anyways. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna just quickly go over here and build up my go to food and water, and right there's a drying rack. I just need 5 sticks to build it, so I'm just gonna. Okay, so I need 1 more stick. So sticks you can get for basically these kind of. They're not really trees, but they might actually be like new like ones that are growing, but I doubt it. Yeah, don't take my word for that. Okay, so we have enough. So let's build this and then put the blizzard here, and you basically just have to wait for a while. It will change, the meat will change color once it won't be such a bright or actually, yeah, it won't be such a bright red once it's dried. So now we're gonna move on. Okay, so let's open up the survival book again. There's I'm gonna put down a water collector, and to get the turtle shell, there's a beach right up here. Depending on where you crashed, obviously your beach is gonna be in a different location, but when I crash over here and I put up my shuttle over there, I go over to this location because turtles spawn over there, and it is a bit of a run, but it's not that bad. I mean, I think it's actually about the same. It's just about like any other beach that's nearby. So okay, so the turtles spawn like generally in this area. And another tip I have for you is, let's open up the survival book again and just go back here. I think custom building, and wait, actually that might be wrong. Oh, utility. Okay, utility, and then you go back to in the stick marker. Now you built this, and then I changed this color to blue to kind of like signal like near water or like fish or turtles, or in this case the turtles spawned over there, but you know, it's this general area is where the stick marker is for. So here we are. So what we do is just aim for the head, because this is what happens if you aim for like the shell. Yeah, like not a whole lot, and sometimes they'll even retreat back into it. Okay, and like this guy will now start trying to very slowly go back into the water. Like very slowly. They're kind of like snails. And obviously you notice that my water is low, and just because this is the first day, I'm just gonna go and just consume one of these. I mean, it's the first day, so I usually try to have at least 3 water collectors set up, because that's, although, you know, going to 4 is always good, but 3 is generally what you can get to last you through the dry spells, through this, you know, the dry days, and then once it rains and fills them all up, that'll last you before you have to worry about running out of water. So let's go ahead and build this first water collector. And okay, and then we're just gonna put this meat up. Yeah, the turtles give you 2 of these meats, and then the lizard obviously is just 1 because it's the whole body. Okay, now we've got this, and we got this up. Okay, now I'm gonna move over here, because this is generally where I'm gonna have my shelter, and also just keep your eye out and like listen in this game, because you can generally hear the cannibals before you can, like, sometimes before you can see them, especially if it's the skinnies, because they got this like creepy laughter. In my opinion, it's creepy. So just, yeah, keep your ears open, your eyes up for them. So let's go over to shelter. Okay, so the temporary shelter is okay, except for it breaks. After you sleep through it the next morning, it will break. The hunting shelter will not break, but you're very vulnerable in it. The small cabin, you're still vulnerable, but it's better, and there's more space. You can actually go inside of it, and all 4 walls, unlike this. I mean, you'd have to crouch to get in there, but you can't, like, it's not like us, you know. So if you want to feel more comfortable at night, because, you know, that's when you can't really see the cannibals well, I would build this small cabin. But there's another option, which is, let me get to it, is these, the tree houses. Now later in the game, these won't protect you as much, because the mutants can knock down the trees and knock you down, but early on in the game, I suggest building these. It's worth it. So, of course, I would have to be, we need a rope for those. Okay, so just for, this would have been better if I had spawned in another location, but for the purpose of this one, I will just build this small cabin because it's the next best thing. And I mean, I don't really think we're gonna run into too many cannibals on the first day. Okay, so what we need for this is 13 logs, and for the logs, you just cut down these trees. Now, when you're cutting down trees, it really depends on the settings, but if this tree falls and say that small cabin was fully built, it would knock down the cabin. You would have to rebuild it. So just keep that in mind. And generally, the tree falls in the direction that you're facing when you're hitting it. Like generally, like obviously, it kind of fell tilted in that direction. But it didn't fall like back here. It fell up here because I was hitting it in this direction. Okay, so let's go ahead and collect these and just get them in. So yeah, generally logs are like 4 to 5 logs per tree depending on what type of tree, and I will show you which trees give you 5 logs. Let me do. Okay, I think it's this one, the one where the leaves start higher up, and generally the trees, I mean, they all look about the same height. But like for instance, this tree I think will be 4 logs versus this tree will be 5 logs, and you can see how the leaves start higher up. So let me go ahead and knock this tree down. And by planning out which trees you choose to cut down, it makes your workload, it goes by quicker. So just keep that in mind when cutting down trees. Okay, I'm gonna cut the tree facing this way. And also, generally, you do not have to worry about trees sinking because they just float in the water. Okay, and a smart thing to do is just to knock down a bunch of trees and then go retrieve the logs versus cutting down one and then retrieving the logs and then cutting down another. It just, I feel like it feels quicker that way, but your experience may vary. Okay, so that's 2. Okay, I'm gonna cut down one more. It's always good to have extra logs, so I might get like, well, actually I might not, depending on how many of these were 5s and how many were only had 4 logs. Okay, and also you notice that you get tree sap. That's good for crafting ingredients, and in other videos, tutorial guides I make, I will include that. It's actually been a while since I played this game, so I have to refresh my memory on these things. But I mean, I've played this game since it was in like early access. Like, it's come a long way. I love this game. I have not played Sons of the Forest. I want to, but it's not on PS4, it's on PS5, and my budget does not let me to get a PS5. Okay, so you can see we have a bunch of extra logs. Now, if we logged out and then logged back in after saving our game, these logs would disappear. If you want to keep the logs, you would have to build a log holder, which is in the crafting menu. It's in the storage area, I think. Yes, storage. Yeah, this log holder, and it can hold a decent amount of logs, but on bigger building projects, you're gonna need more. Okay, you can notice it's getting kind of dark. And I am gonna we'll pause on this because I don't really need the logs that much, and this day is almost up. But let me go ahead and just the last item that we need. I'm gonna change this to green just because we're like in a foresty area and it's green around us, and I want this to be green. Okay. What we're gonna do is I am gonna build a fire inside the house, and of course common sense would tell you that it would catch this wooden cabin on fire, but it does not because this is a game and it's not real life. But don't walk your character over it because it will ruin your character. That is more realistic. Okay, our character is hungry, and there is a common suggestion to not go to bed hungry because I guess it does something to your stats. Because I will show you in a minute, but The reason why I have this fire built here is because if it starts raining at night, your character will get cold, and your character can take cold damage if your character is cold and you don't have a source of fire to keep you warm. And your lighter that the character has is not enough. And I also suggest not using your lighter at night because it will illuminate you in this dark, scary forest. And your enemies will be able to see you, but of course you won't really be able to see them because it'll be dark all around you because the light doesn't illuminate your surroundings that much, but just enough for them to see you from about a mile away. So, okay, so I'm gonna just, before the sun goes completely down, I am gonna grab, let me see if this is, okay, it says dried lizard fresh, so that means that you can eat it. Okay, we do not have we don't have any water because it hasn't rained yet in this game. So, we don't have water, but this is basically my suggestion on how to survive the first day is, you know, loot the plane and then get out of the area right after you loot the plane. Gather all the, you know, ingredients, materials you need to build, you know, the meat dryer, the water collector, and you will need a turtle shell, so you can find that depending on where you are, like at the beach. And I know in another, like, I think it's like near the snowy area, there's tortoises, or the ones that walk on land, they don't swim. So you can get it from those two. And later on in the game, you can build other ways to get water too, so don't worry about it. And obviously, early on, you have these to get you by, and you can even drink this booze too, but I would suggest not drinking the booze. I would suggest doing this and making Molotovs, because those are good early game weapons for like the mutants, because little spoiler, there'll be mutants in the caves. That's not like a very big spoiler, because the caves are kind of scary and stuff like that, but still. Okay everyone, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and please let me know if you want me to do more videos of this nature. And I hope you enjoy it. Okay, thank you.